Hey everybody, The Real Deal here. I've got a complete set of Dragon Age, the Heroes of Thedas vinyl figures to show you. This is a really cool set from Titans. They're their 3-inch blind box figures. And I've got the whole set, including the mystery rare figures. So I was going to share them with you. I've just shown you the box here to give you a little preview of what's to come. So let's take a look at this set because it's one of my favorites that Titans has done so far. So I definitely want to check it out. So we'll start with the very first figure listed on the side of the package there. We've got Anders, the Mage from Dragon Age 2. He's also in Dragon Age 1, I think. He's in the Awakening expansion. It's been a while since I played it, but there he is, looking pretty cool. He's 2 in 20, so he's one of the more common figures. And the detail on these is really cool. It looks just like the character from the game. A lot of little nice detail on his clothes there. And I think he's really neat. He's got his ponytail there. And just a cool figure and a cool character from the game. And Anders is one of the ones that actually has a variant. So let's grab him so I can show you. This is the Possessed Anders. Because he has spirit in him, right, in the second game? Something like that. I guess I won't delve too much into it. Well, I won't delve too much into it for spoilers, but also because I don't really remember. It's been a while since I played this thing. But he's a 1 in 40 figure, so this Anders is the harder one to find. But otherwise, same costume and everything. They just kind of put, you know, the blue marks all over his face there and his dead white eyes and the blue stuff all over his suit there too. So there's Anders, the 2 in 20 and 1 in 40. So there we go. Let's put you back there, Anders. Okay. And then of course we've got a Grey Warden. So this could be any Grey Warden. It could be your Grey Warden maybe from the first game. Who knows? Obviously it would be impossible to do a figure of your Grey Warden from the first game because everybody's look different. There you go. You've got your generic Grey Warden figure there with his giant sword that's almost as big as him. So again, some cool detail there on the armor and his helmet and everything. He's also 2 in 20. So he's, again, one of the more common figures there from the set. So we've got a good old Grey Warden. Then we've got Alistair. Where are you, Alistair? I thought I had you right here. Okay, yeah, there he is. Alistair. One of the funniest characters in the game, very cool character from the first game. It's a shame he doesn't really make too much, he only makes like a cameo in the next couple games as far as I know. But he's a cool character nonetheless. He's got his sword there. And then, there we go. And again, cool like kind of almost like a fur coat type thing on him there. Again, looks really cool. He's got a little soul patch going on there. Again, looks a lot like, pretty much just like the character from the game, which is very cool. And Alistair is one of the ones that also has a 1 in 40 variant. So regular Alistair is 2 in 20. But the variant Bloody Alistair is 1 in 40. And again, not, I think, an essential variant, but it is pretty cool. And I remember especially in the first game, when you got into combat, your characters would get all bloodied up. So that's a nice little callback to that from the first game there. So you got Bloody Alistair. So there you go. Let's put those over here. All right, so next up is everybody's favorite witch, Morrigan. And she comes with a blue fireball there. And again, very cool figure. She's also 2 in 20. And she's in her costume from the game. She also shows up in Dragon Age Inquisition, so it was nice to see her again. I haven't quite finished Inquisition yet, but I'm getting through it. But and it's a pretty fun game. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a lot better than Dragon Age 2. Although Dragon Age 2 had its moments, and it was a bit of a letdown for a lot of people. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters. And the story somewhat, but Inquisition is leaps and bounds ahead of it. I love Dragon Age Inquisition a lot. So anyway, there's good old Morrigan. She's one of the coolest characters in the games, in the series. And Morrigan has a variant as well, a 1 in 40 variant. And there she is with a white fireball. I know you might say, that's not that big of a deal. But it glows in the dark, so that's kind of cool. I think that is pretty neat, but overall, not really a huge difference. She comes with a glow-in-the-dark a fireball instead of a blue fireball. Not really a huge deal. Not really like so cool you gotta hunt this figure down, but still kind of a neat little touch there. I wish they would have just made it a glow-in-the-dark fireball and then given her like a different costume or something like that, but still cool. So there you go. You got Morgan, 2 different Morgans there. Well, same Morgan, 2 different fireballs, really. So, there you go. Okay, so now we've got Morgan. All right, so moving on, we've got good old Liliana, who's been in all 3 games. It's a shame she isn't your companion in the second 2 games, but still, she's a cool character. She is with you throughout Dragon Age Inquisition as one of your advisors. Comes with her trusty bow there. She's got her big old hood on there that comes down over the front of her there. So there you go. Liliana is also 2 and 20. So there you go. And Liliana is the last one that has a 1 in 40 variant. And this is probably my favorite variant in the set because it's Liliana without her hood. And it's got a different costume on her there. So that's my favorite kind of variant, is when it's like totally different costume, totally different hairstyle. It's like a totally different figure, basically, not just something slightly changed on it. Although the other variants in the set I do think are cool. This is my preferred type of variant here, and I think it's really neat looking. So there you go. So there's Liliana with and without her hood, 2 and 20, 1 in 40. So there you go. All right, Liliana. So moving on from Liliana, we've got one of my favorite figures in the set, probably my favorite figure in the set, just because it looks really, really cool. This is the Arishok from Dragon Age 2. He's 1 in 20, so there's only 1 of him in the case, so he's one of the harder ones to get a hold of, but he's worth tracking down. I think this is just really cool looking, the detail on the horns there. Just the expression on his face. They got his hair coming down there. He just looks really cool. He looks really neat when you put him up on your shelf. And I love what they did with this figure. It's one of my favorites. So there you go. All right, so we've got the Arishok. Cool. So moving on, we've got Flemeth. She's probably in Dragon Age Inquisition. I haven't run into her just yet, but I have a feeling she's in there, especially if Morgan is in there. So I don't know, but I know she's in the first 2 games. This is her in her human form. She's 1 in 20. And again, cool, very cool figure. I got her pointy little helmet on there, or well, I don't know what you would call that. It's not really a helmet, but and her horns there. Again, really cool looking figure. Cool costume on her there. She's 1 in 20. They also have Flemeth in her dragon form. You know, of course, you got to have a dragon in a Dragon Age set. And the dragon form is 2 in 20. And again, this is a really cool looking dragon. Of course, it's not to scale. It's much, much bigger than all the other characters. It'd be cool if they did like a big 6-inch dragon, like they've done with their Doctor Who stuff. They've made some really big figures. But anyway, Flemeth's dragon is cool looking. There you go, got the wings there. The wings don't really move or anything, but I mean, they sort of move, but they are kind of articulated. Let me not mess with it too much because that wing is going to fall off. So anyway, Flemeth dragon, looking pretty neat. We'll put her next to regular Flemeth there. Then we've got Isabella in her costume from Dragon Age 2. Again, one of your companions from the game, so cool character. She's got her little like chin ring there and the earrings and everything. Very cool. Cool character, cool figure. I like it. Isabella's 1 in 20, so she's one of the harder ones to get to. There you go. Very cool. All right. So we've only got a few more left here, and this is one of my favorite characters in this series. You've got good old Varrick. I'm a little disappointed that Varrick doesn't come with Bianca. They don't have his crossbow with him, which he's never without in the game, but that's okay. it's still a pretty neat figure. And again, one of the coolest characters in the game, so it's very cool that they included him. Oh, you can see they got the little Dragon Age logo there and Titans. I didn't show you that. There you go. So very, very cool looking figure. Little scar on his nose there. It's nice detail. So there you go. Varrick. Then we've got Fenris. Oh, that's not Fenris. That's the Mabari Warhound. It's a little weird that he's got like the seam there over his butt, but otherwise this is a cool looking figure. So the Mabari Warhound, obviously he can be one of your companions too in the second game, so that's pretty neat. He's 1 in 20, so there's only one little Warhound. I have a dog, I love dogs, so it's very cool that they've got the dog character in here for you too. So there you go. That's your Mabari Warhound. And then here's Mr. Fenris. Sorry about that, Fenris. I confused you with a dog. So he's your elf companion from the second game. I don't think I really got along with him in the second game very well, because I think he didn't like the decisions I made. I was always going against what he wanted. So, oh well. Sorry, Fenris. But there's Fenris. He's 2 in 20. So there you go. And that's that. So that's the whole set. As far as I know, there aren't any Hot Topic exclusives. They haven't announced any like San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So for right now, that is the entire set of Dragon Age figures. So I definitely recommend them. I think they're one of the best sets Titans put out so far. If you're a Dragon Age fan, I think it's definitely worth picking a few of these up. You will not be disappointed. So thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, donate, all of that cool stuff. There goes Isabella. I always have to have one character fall down. There you are. So anyway, thank you so much. Keep on collecting.